What's up, DC fans? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. I'll be your curator today. Guys, I have another cool one for you. A DC retro action superheroes figure for you. Today, we bring you from Mattel, the retro action DC superheroes, Kyle Rayner. Another fantastic member of the Green Lantern Corps. Let's bring this guy in. Guys, this has to be one of the coolest members of the Green Lantern Corps, Kyle Rayner, and a fantastic figure by Mattel. Beautifully done. Super cool. But more importantly than that, guys, and more surprisingly than that, this is an adult collector figure. These weren't made for the younger demographic in mind. Mattel had a thought process of wanting the collector to truly be involved and connected with this particular retro action toy line that they were putting out. You know, those first couple of waves were designed for the younger demographic, but as they got further into the waves of these figures, they were more geared towards the collector in every aspect. As you can see from our opening intro, we kind of panned up here. This is the box that Kyle Rayner actually came in. And you can see way at the top, adult collector. This box was sealed. This box was sealed. He's never been outside of his box. This is the first time he's been outside of that protective box. And that's the way he came. I bought a bulk amount of these figures. So, and we bought a lot of them that were encased just like that in their box. And when I saw that from eBay, from this eBay seller / collector, I immediately knew I had to have as many figures as he had that were sealed inside of those protective case boxes. This is a case fresh, factory sealed figure that's never been to the store. He was never taken to retail, as I was told, I should say. Is it me, or does Kyle Rayner has the coolest Green Lantern uniform? I want your thoughts and opinions on that. Who's got the coolest, out of all the Green Lanterns, who has the coolest uniform? Leave your thoughts and comments right underneath this video in the comment section. Guys, we like to get that fun chatter started about that. We're always starting things here at the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. We're always getting into trouble. Guys, if you're just joining us, welcome to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. This is what we do, guys. We're just hanging out in our museum. We have these beautiful Mattel DC superhero retro action figures in our museum collection now. A lot of subscribers and viewers were asking if we had these figures, were we going to carry these figures in the museum? And the answer is yes. We definitely, we always planned on carrying these guys. The situation was that you have so many, though, toy lines out there that we just simply, we're trying to get around to doing it, to actually locating these guys. And we want condition. We want as close to C10 perfection as we possibly can find, because we want these artifacts in the best possible condition that they can be in, to be in our museum. So that was another process in its own that took some time. We wanted to get these guys, but we want to make sure we're getting the best possible figure that we can get out there. The cards, the boxes, everything that they come in, they have to be perfect. So when we saw that Kyle Rayner was encased, case fresh inside of his adult collector box, we had to make sure we purchased this guy and add to our museum collection. So we have a ton of the Mattel DC Retro Action superheroes figures now, and we're excited about it. Let's give you some history on Kyle Rayner. His first appearance was in Green Lantern Volume 3, Volume 3, issue number 48. And that was from 1994. And that was from the Emerald Twilight storyline. That was Kyle Rayner's first appearance. And the cool thing, I think, that really connects Kyle Rayner to a lot of the collectors and comic book enthusiasts was that the storyline goes that his background, Kyle Rayner was a struggling freelance comic book artist in Los Angeles. So if that doesn't connect this character and endear him to millions of comic book collectors and action figure collectors and hobbyist enthusiasts, I don't know what will. He was given up his power ring. I can get you over there. You can see his power ring. He was given his power ring by Ganthet, but as the story goes, we just don't know the reasoning behind why Ganthet gave Kyle Rayner the power ring. So if any, and that's as the story goes. So, but if all of our comic book collectors out there and all my comic book buddies, if you have any information on why Kyle Rayner received his power ring, his Green Lantern power ring from Ganthet, I would love to hear about it. Leave your comments in the comment section right underneath this video. Once again, we touched on Kyle Rayner's uniform. I don't know a better uniform in the Green Lantern Corps than Kyle Rayner's. He designed it himself, for one. I love the boots. And Mattel, once again, captured the very essence of Kyle Rayner from the comic books. There's a Green Lantern. The earlier figures, I did research. The earlier figures weren't made very well. They weren't very sturdy around the hip joints. They didn't stand very well, but I heard that Mattel corrected that along the way. So the newer waves of figures that were coming out did not have that issue where the hip joints made it they were very floppy, very difficult to stand these guys. Our Kyle Rayner is for museum purposes only, so he will only be standing inside the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum for your viewing pleasure on display. Let's turn the box around, or I should say the card around and check out. Oh boy, almost had an accident there, guys. Now this card, a couple things about the card. For one, it's beautiful. It's got some bend to it, but that's just because of the it being inside of the box. So I've gotten a lot of information on how to, maybe flatten that out. I'm not, that doesn't bother me so much because this is, once again, it's case fresh, it's mint fresh. So, and with these carded, some of these carded figures, not very sturdy. Yet some of the carded figures are a lot thicker. There's our Sinestro. There's our John Stewart. There's our Kyle Rayner. Love the uniform. Guy Gardner. Collect them all. We're well on our way to doing that. Let's get you a year. 2010. Guys, what do you think about let's turn this guy back around very gently. What do you guys think about our Kyle Rayner? Do you have this guy? Are you looking for this guy? Once again, not hard to find. We purchased ours off of eBay, but we purchased him in a big, massive purchase order. So we didn't purchase him by himself. So I couldn't tell you what he would go for by himself. But we got a fairly decent price on the entire lot that we purchased. A lot of attention to detail was paid to this beautiful uniform. And I think Mattel got it right. They have just so many beautiful figures. I don't know if we will obtain all of them. Like I said, I collect what I like. So there are a few there from this Mattel Retro Action DC Superheroes line that I'm not very fond of. But we'll see. We'll have to see. But for the most part, we're well on our way to acquiring the entire Mattel DC Superheroes line of these figures. Guys, I'd like to thank you for hanging out with us today in our museum with this video with Kyle Rayner of the Green Lantern Corps. You know the routine, guys. God bless. And keep collecting.